All right, so this is going to be with the GoPro camera video for my pop, just talking a little bit about a warm-up routine before you go golfing. I'm sure there's lots of things that the therapists that you're seeing are going to teach you, and this is just kind of some different ideas that I have as far as how to engage your body more when you're playing to really use the muscle strength you've developed through your therapy, through daily life, functional activities like gardening and activating those legs and stomach muscles when you're outside and things like that. So, um, basically, we know the mechanics of a swing and a softball swing come from the hips and the ability to transfer your weight. So, something really simple you can do is just bend those knees and just trunk and hip rotate. So, just kind of, you never want to twist on straight knees. So, you just want to very gently just let the body descend into a little bit of a mini squat position and then just rotate yourself through your hips and let your arms kind of rotate your upper trunk and your mid trunk, and your shoulders will actually get a little bit of internal and external rotation as well. So I think if we were going to do 5 to 10 things to warm up, this would be top five for sure. So we'll call this mini squat, 15 to 30 degree knee bend, and then just letting those hips rotate in and out as you shift your weight left to right, and letting those arms and trunk just kind of swing nice and fluidly through there. This would be down the road when you discharge from therapy and you feel comfortable rotating on your body like that, unless they already have you doing things. So I'm going to think about for the shoulders, we want to kind of stretch out the muscle called the upper trap. So basically, I want you to do like an active drop the shoulder down, drop the shoulder blade down. So we're doing the left side now. We're dropping that shoulder blade down and just tilting the head the other way to stretch out the upper trapezius muscle and put a little bit of a shoulder traction, very gently shrugging that left shoulder down as you tilt your head to the right. And let's say do that about 5 or 10 times so you feel like it loosens up a little bit. So we want to do the other side as well. So we're going to go ahead and shrug the right shoulder down and tilt the head to the left. And so we're just basically going to tell the shoulders to get out of a little bit of an impingement pattern before you start swinging the club and activating them up into impingement. So, golfing is an activity that is, pretty strenuous on, to me on the shoulders. And, the more you warm up, the better you'll be. So then we're going to think of just a little bit of a shoulder capsule stretch as an active motion reaching across to the back side of your shoulder. So one arm is going to reach across and touch the back side of your shoulder. I'm going to do that about 5 or 10 times so you feel like they're kind of loosening up. And then we're going to do just a lateral abduction, inferior capsule stretch in that shoulder. And again, we can do about 5 or 10 times each. So yeah, the shoulders it's really good to warm those up. And then we'll do a little bit of a pendulum. So the pendulum, you're going to lean over and just let those arms dangle. Let's do about 10 times outwards and 10 times inwards on each arm, clockwise, counterclockwise, and then the other way. And I like to keep the upper back relatively straight on this, versus really slumping over too much. You're going to get a nice little gentle traction with the upper back straight and the shoulder blades kind of gently pulled back instead of being completely bent over. So that's 4 there. And I think just working on more of like a little range rotation where you just kind of tighten that stomach and then turn a little bit left to right. And then again, whenever you twist anything in your body, your knees are unlocked. So I'm really thinking more about contracting my sides and ab muscles. And then as I turn, I'm just kind of contracting all those muscles and just getting them active. So the more active things are when you start swinging that club and on that first hole, you'll just feel like your body is more controlled. And then again, activating those rotator cuffs when you're swinging. So, just kind of pull that shoulder and that arm bone into the socket. And, before you swing, just kind of engage those rotator cuffs and pull them down the socket and then get your swing going on. So the top arm, when you come up, the back arm is gonna have a little harder time maintaining its rotator cuff contraction. But just think about pull that, both humerus, both arm bones into the socket, especially that front one you can really engage, and then work on just shifting that weight, and then try to relax those upper trap muscles and see how you feel. But I like to keep the chest up and keep those shoulders kind of just gently squared back, not really forcing them back. Just keep the chest up, and when you swing, try to let the upper traps not generate as much force as the rest of your body. You're going to rotate through those hips, contract those abs a little bit, relax those upper traps, and then feel all those muscles contracting as you step and swing. And that's about it for a nice little golf warm-up video. Thanks.